I looked at my $150. I was like, should I go for a mentorship course or should I buy a robot? I bought a robot. It placed the trades. I had hit 2 stop losses. The robot was risking $40. I sent a text to the guy. After sending him the screenshots of what the robot is doing, the guy never responded to me. It was one of my worst experiences.
With me is a trader who has come up with a very good strategy, who married gold and is actually milking gold on a daily basis.
I'm Coyo Davis, and I've been in the market for around 5 months now.
Before Forex trading, who is Davis?
I started to know about this Forex stuff way back in primary 7. I never took it serious just because it was too early.
What were you planning to tell mom, to tell dad? Am I going to continue with this, or I think I should just stop wasting my time?
I can't tell that. The investment that was made in me is already gone in one day. So I said, Davis, you have to find a way.
At the back of your mind, did you really think, okay, now let me go and learn this thing by myself?
If I can make $60 per day by a month, I'll have some money.
What is the biggest money you've made from gold in a single day? Diversification is okay when it comes to trading the financial markets. We've seen a lot of traders trading different instruments. You find someone trading Forex, crypto, stocks, and bond, which is very okay. But remember, mastery comes from focus. We all know the moment you focus on one thing, there are high chances of you becoming so good in it. And the moment you become so good in it, results 100% guaranteed. We have a lot of traders who trade different instruments. They make money, but I've seen good traders trading one instrument and they're actually milking it and making big movements, just even better than those people who diversify and trade different instruments. As I've told you, mastery comes from focus. I remember when I was starting trading, my mentor told me, do not trade volatile pairs. Why? Because you're a beginner, you might not understand or handle the volatility of those pairs. But today, I have a trader who has been in the market for 5 months and is only trading a pair that we all scared of. Remember, let me give you a funny quote here. One thing I know about gold, it has eaten more money than any other instrument when it comes to the financial markets. But today, a trader has married gold, and gold is responding. Every time he calls, gold responds. In a space of 5 months, he has understood the dynamics, the behaviors, and the movements of the most feared instrument. XAUUSD can take you back to the village, or it can make you fly. And right now, with me is a trader who married gold and is actually milking gold on a daily basis. It is not about volatility, bro. It is not about capital. It is about understanding how does the pair move so that I can capitalize on every move and make money from that pair. On my previous episode, I talked about mixing trading, where when you come into the industry, they tell you, as a beginner, stay away from volatile pairs. But bro, I'm not going to say he's a beginner, but he has been in the market for 5 months. Because of that, I think he falls in those people who have just entered the market. So why is he marrying gold? Why is he making money from gold? Yet you've been in the market for 1 full year, 2 years and 3 years, you're scared taking over trade in gold. With me, I have Davis. He is a Forex trader, a full-time trader who has come up with a very good strategy, a very good way of making money from gold. And today we are going to share it. It is not specifically about gold, but it's about focus. It could be any other pair. It could be any other instrument. But the moment you focus on it, there are high chances of you making money from it. So you're welcome, Mr. Davis, to the Boss Podcast. And we are very, very eager to hear from your experience from gold. So as usual, welcome back to the Boss Podcast. It is your host, Osman Lakan. And remember, at the Bulls Podcast, we discuss growth, mastery, financial freedom, and most importantly, display. Today, we're going to find out what are the benefits of focusing on one instrument. Is it profitable or non-profitable? Welcome to the Bulls Podcast. You can say hi to our viewers.
So thank you, Mentor Osman, for hosting me here at the Bulls Podcast. And I'm so grateful to be here. I'm Coyo Davis. And I've been in the market, the Forex market, for around 5 months now.
Okay.
And so far, everything is good.
Everything is good. So someone is going to wonder, why is the guy saying everything is good in a space of 5 months, yet you have been in the market for 2 years and nothing is good? Remember, I told you this, I tell you this every now and then. Just because it took Osman 1 full year does not mean it is going to take Davis 1 full year. All what matters is focus. Because once you focus, you're good to go. There is a saying of one of the greatest fighters that we know, Bruce Lee. And he says, he does not fear a man who practices 1,000 kicks, but he fears a man who practices 1 kick 1,000 times. And today, Davis is going to explain that to us. How is he making money from gold? So now let's talk about Davis.
Yeah.
So Davis, we want to know, someone out there wants to know, what before Forex trading, who is Davis?
So before Forex trading, I started to know about this Forex stuff way back in primary 7.
Okay.
But
wow. Oh, that was too, when was that?
early, I think. I don't even remember. Yeah.
Okay.
But I never took it serious just because it was too early.
Yeah.
And I just seeing it because I remember I used to see YouTube videos of a certain white man. It's called Trading Geek.
Okay.
The Trading Man.
In primary 7?
Yeah,
Or?
primary 7.
Yo, bro.
So, okay, I liked his accent because he was so funny when he's talking, speaking English.
Okay.
He was so funny. Yeah. But just because you understand the language, you pick the concept out of it. So I like the lifestyle, because I really love cars.
Okay.
The lifestyle, lifestyles of traders.
Okay.
The way they behave, the way they flex. So I really liked it. But I never gave it time by then. So I waited. As time came on, passed. So reached in senior 4. After senior 4, I completed. So I had around $150. So I was like, should I go for learning or should I eat this money?
Okay, wait a minute. So P7, you pick interest into the business, but then you don't go straight to it. But now the fact that you love the lifestyle and everything, let me first pose a question. Like, what made you like the lifestyle at that very young age? Like, what was pushing you to like that lifestyle? Were you living around, planned kids or whatever? What really pushed you to
Actually, when you look at the background,
to start thinking that way?
When you look at the background there at home,
Okay.
we're not that rich, but surrounded with a rich community.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, surrounded with a rich community. So I was this kind of a person way back in primary. I used to love computers and stuff, ICT and stuff. So I really liked ICT to an extent that I went even for some courses that even, opting for a course that even you don't understand, but even they never gave me a chance just because I was still young. So I really liked, I said, let me go to YouTube, try to watch different things, online businesses. Because those ads when you open an app, you download an app, they bring up an ad.
Keep on popping.
Yeah, Forex trading. Me, what came into my mind when they said Forex, my mind used to run to the Forex Bureau.
So the Forex Bureau.
So I thought these guys, when they talk about Forex, they mean Forex bureaus. So only to study about the Forex Bureau is just the exchange of currencies there. So I said, let me check. So of late, after completing my senior 4, in the vacation. So I decided to try to seek that knowledge. But still, you have that money, but you don't want to invest.
Yeah.
Because most of us coming into the business, sometimes we don't want to invest.
Fear, yeah.
Yeah, you fear to invest. And when you're trying to start up something, different opinions come in
Definitely.
from different people.
Yeah.
So I approached one guy. He was my friend. So he was into the business, but not making money. So I asked myself, why is this guy doing Forex? Yet he's not making money.
Not making money.
Will I make money? Then I looked at my $150. I was like, should I go for a mentorship course or should I buy a robot? Because robots were within, and it was that trend on TikTok.
There was a lot going on.
It was that trend on TikTok. So I was like, I should buy a robot, I think. Then the mentorship will come in later. Let me buy a robot, make money by the robot, then I get enough money and even capital, so that when I'm done with the mentorship, I get to start right away.
Definitely.
So after that,
So you bought a robot?
I bought a robot. Nowhere. So I want to make sure that trade.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To keep a reputation. So I bought a robot from him. Installed it on my PC because my dad had bought me a PC back then. So I installed it. He helped me installing it. So after then, we have used the 150 because he charged me 150 to buy the robot.
To buy the robot, okay.
So I was like, man, I'm done.
Capital.
So I asked him, how much can I deposit to make serious money? So the guy told me, you're going to make serious money. Deposit around $150.
$150. Okay.
So I'm in a situation whereby I'm home. I don't work.
You've just completed.
I've just completed Form 4. They give you gifts. Collecting a lot of money from those different people. So I was like, where am I going to get the $150? So I decided to go to Dad. Sat down with him, talked. We had a simple conversation.
Okay, so wait a minute. Now, you get the robots. Everything is installed.
Yeah.
Does anyone know that you're into Forex trading, or no one knew about it?
No one knew about it.
No one knew about it.
No one.
Okay.
Because I feared to tell my dad and mom, just because, all of a sudden, using the 150, telling someone that I've used $150 to buy just a simple file, just a small file.
Yeah.
So I never told them. I just kept quiet. But then I proposed. I went to him. I told him, Dad, I'm studying some stuff here, but I want capital.
Okay.
I don't have capital. And I'm in a situation whereby I'm not working. So if only you could give me money, invest in me. Now, the funny thing, investing in me, yet I don't even have the skill.
Definitely.
I have the robot. I was convinced by the guy that I will make money.
Yeah.
And these guys, when they're posting on internet, the robots are making money. They're
downloading.
Because from $150, you find yourself, someone is making around $2,000, $1,000.
In a day.
In a day. So you ask yourself, now, me as Davis making $1,000 in a day. I'm just imagining that lifestyle. Say, I can go chill, buy a new phone. It's fine. Then I never had an iPhone.
Okay.
But I really want a big.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let's go.
So how you talk to Dad?
Yeah, I talked to Dad.
Okay.
So Dad gave me the money. Because he was so free.
Okay.
He had trust in me because he knew.
I think you were a good student.
Yeah, I was a good student in class. I was
getting good grades.
Good grades. So he gave me the money. I deposited the money on my XNES account, created it, I deposited the money. So depositing the money.
So now you didn't, okay, now let me ask a question.
Yeah.
When you install the robot, you're supposed to also have an account with a broker?
Yeah, with a broker.
Okay.
So you have to link it to the robot.
Okay.
Yeah, for the
robot. And then it trades for you.
Yeah, it trades for you.
Okay.
Then after, I did everything, deposited the money, well and good. So after linking it, so it was a Saturday, linking everything, getting done. So I was pretty excited for a Monday.
You've prepared everything.
Prepared.
Capital is there. The robot is already installed.
So-
Waiting for the market open.
So here comes Sandy. I talked to mom. I said, you know, what do you really want? You know that
Oh, now you're asking your mom. You want to start planning.
want
What
to
am I
start
going to
planning.
do for my mom?
yeah.
Okay.
So Sunday is done. So man, I never slept actually.
Yeah, I know.
I never slept because I was really eager to see the blues,
The 1,000.
the 1,000. So,
Okay.
so I never slept. So of the night, I was waiting. I was eager. But then I said, let me sleep. Let me wake up early in the morning. Put on my switch on my PC. Then the
And then you start downloading.
yeah. So early in the morning, I did the same. Switched on my laptop, put a robot. The robot was already linked. So it placed the trades by limit.
So let me ask a question. So how do these robots operate? Because someone out there wants to know. I know they're watching videos on TikTok. People are telling them to buy robots and whatever. So when you install a robot, it does everything for you.
Yeah.
It trades for you, puts for you the stop losses and everything. Do robots do risk management?
Actually, when they're designing these robots, these people, let me say, I personally,
Okay.
if I have a working strategy,
Okay.
I can design because specifically me, I call them expert advisors.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can design my own that trades the
Exactly that way you
I trade. So they,
So that means a robot is doing exactly what you would have done when you're trading. The only thing is you're not going to be locked on your screen. It is doing everything for you.
Exactly.
So that means if the strategy is not profitable, the robot cannot be profitable. You know, some people think out there like when they're buying a robot, they're buying someone else's thinking.
No.
You're not buying the robot is thinking. You're actually buying the guy who is selling you the robot is thinking the way how they trade. So the moment you buy from someone who is not profitable, the robot will not be profitable. Okay, bro, so let's continue. Now Monday comes up.
Money comes out.
Time to start making money.
Time to stay quick. So buy limit orders are put. There were two.
Okay.
So I waited. So I was so excited. One next day I said, let me leave my phone home. Let me at least go and walk, have a walk somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were scared to see what is going on?
I was so scared because, you know, just all of a sudden, I never knew the buy limit orders, the sell limit orders, but then they were placed. Then I kept quiet. I put my phone down, leave the PC open, then I went. So after coming back, I had hit 2 stop losses.
Wow.
2. So the account is now, because the robot was risking $40. 40. So the 8 is gone.
So 8 is gone, 70 is remaining. How did you feel in that? Like, how did you feel after seeing that you're in negative 40 already, negative 80?
It was one of my worst experiences actually ever. So
Okay.
I felt so hurt. I felt so hurt. Then I sent a text to the guy. I was like, hello, guy. Hello, how are you? That's good. So he responded right away. But then after sending him the screenshots of what the robot is doing, the guy never responded to me.
Okay, we don't want to mention that guy's name, but robots, let us continue with the jazz.
So I sent text to him. I called the guy. The guy was not responding.
Not picking.
And I was like,
Now, what is going through your mind? Because when you're buying the robot, you used to see making thousands of dollars every day. But now, according to your experience, you're losing money.
yeah.
What was going through your mind? Because now someone would think of actually giving up on Forex trading. Someone would think it's a scam. What was going through your mind? What were you thinking? Now, I promised my mom that I'm going to buy her something very soon.
Yeah.
My dad is expecting something from me. How was the situation there?
So here comes the funny part. After losing those around $80,
Okay.
so I waited. So I'm this kind of a person. If I'm to lose, I accept.
Oh, wow. That's a good mindset.
Because at the end of the day, it's like entering a trade. Then a trade at least, doesn't move your way at that very moment. Then when you decide to take the loss before even seeing the reaction of the market.
Yeah. Eventually goes in your direction.
Goes in your direction. So I decided to leave the PC open.
You didn't deactivate the robot. You are like, let me just let it do
I
its
never
thing.
deactivated it.
Okay.
So the robot placed another trade, one trade. For it went right away. I saw the blues.
Oh, wow. So how much money did you see?
It was $60.
$60 in profits. So 60 is back.
60 is back, but I never closed the position. Because the take profit was 180.
Okay. So the robot only closes with take profit. It does not close manually.
It doesn't close manual. Because that's how it was designed.
Okay.
To reach take profit
And the reaching closes.
Yes, closes.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let me leave it to 180. So it was around 3, the New York session. So I said, let me leave it till take profit. So I left it. So just moving around doing stuff and stuff, finding negative 30. Then I felt so hard.
In a trade that was already running in profit. Negative 30.
Then we experienced a pullback.
Wow.
I really felt so hard.
Oh. So now 80 is gone, another 40 is gone. So now you have, another 30 is gone. So now you have 40 remaining in one day.
In one day.
Okay.
So what I did, I said, Davis, remove the $40, go eat those $40.
So that you don't lose everything.
Don't lose it.
Yeah.
So what I did, made a withdraw, ate the $40 right away.
Okay.
So I felt so hard to an extent. I called the guy. Okay, he never responded. So I sent him a voicemail. I was like, man, you have sold me a robot. We thought I was going to make money. You promised me I'm going to make money. I've not made money.
Okay.
This is not good.
Yeah.
This is not really business. So from there and then, and the funny thing, when you do something that's not good, like trading a signal, then a signal doesn't move your way. You say, you start thinking very many things. You say, what if I just wait? I just waited for my own setup.
Definitely.
So I was like, in the first place, I had money for mentorship.
I wish I went for mentorship.
I wait for that, man. I was like,
now $300 is actually gone. Robot, and then the robot has taken almost like 120. So now, I remember also back then, like every time you would deposit like $50 and you lose like 40, you always withdraw that remaining part and then you eat it.
Yeah.
So that at least you feel some type of a way. So now after eating that $40, remember, you promised your mom a lot. Your dad, you told him, invest in me, I'm going to do something. So what were you planning to tell mom, to tell dad? And you as a trader, as a person, what were you thinking? Am I going to continue with this? Or I think I should just stop wasting my time?
So after all that, we're growing the money, eating the money. So I decided, I sat down and I was like, I can't tell mom that I've ate the money. I can't tell that. And the investment that was made in me is already gone.
In one day.
In one day. So I said,
Yeah.
Davis, you have to find a way. So here comes the funny Davis. I had a bank account.
Okay.
So it was a savings account. They used to put money, during the course of the study, So I had turned 18.
Okay.
So I decided to go to the bank because I knew the PIN.
Oh, you knew everything.
I knew everything.
Okay.
So I withdrew money, around 150 again.
Okay.
So I said, let me go for mentorship.
Okay, now wait a minute. So you buying whatever a robot, now withdrawing everything. At the back of your mind, did you really think like, okay, now let me go and learn this thing by myself?
Yeah.
Because of that experience, many people, by the way, people who give up on Forex trading, those are the reasons why they give up.
Yeah.
They expect a lot when they're joining the business. And now when they get, different results, they normally run away from the business. What kept you thinking like, you know what? Let me go and buy a course or let me go for mentorship. What was that reason that kept you pushing so that you can understand the business?
So the thing that kept me pushing was, that $60 I saw.
Or the profit.
The profit in blues, $60. So when I calculated using my calculator, I saw money. I said,
Ugandan shillings.
I say, if I can make $60 per day, that means by a month, I'll have some money
Yeah.
on my bank account.
Yeah.
So it kept me going.
Oh, yeah.
Just all of a sudden, just because of the blues,
Okay.
I left the sorrow behind.
Yeah.
Said, I've lost money. Yeah. But the good thing is,
I saw some money.
I have so some money in the market. So the market has money.
Yeah.
So I went for mentorship. So the first month of mentorship, things were somehow tight. I thought things are easy. So,
Okay, now you didn't do any self-teaching. You just went bought a robot and then mentorship right away.
I never did self-teaching. Reason being, I was so confused. You know, when you go to YouTube, YouTube has information.
Yeah,
But you can't learn from YouTube.
definitely.
You can't. But if you want the information,
Yeah,
the information is there. You will always find the information from different traders with different opinions. So I said, I'm going to sit here. I can't sit here, sit on my phone for over 2 hours just studying. It's impossible.
Yeah,
You're going to be there watching a video,
different videos.
then someone sends a text, then you run to WhatsApp, then you are taken, the focus is taken.
Definitely.
All of a sudden, so I was like, let me go for mentorship, a one-to-one mentorship, so that I get exposed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first month, reaching in.
So where did you get the mentorship?
Here,
Oh, Forex Bulls. How did you find out about Forex Bulls?
so Forex Bulls, then the funny thing was, I was on TikTok scrolling, so I had to see Mentor Brian. When I saw Mentor Brian, I scrolled in his TikTok. See, the guy has money.
Hey, enjoying the life. Now you remember Trading Geek. And you're like, I'm seeing a Ugandan Trading Geek.
I was like, man, these people are making money out of their markets. So, scrolling to the bottom, seeing blues, you know, opening their phone, seeing blues. Like, man, things are serious.
Okay.
So, I went on investigating, slowly by slowly.
Yeah.
So, then I left TikTok, went to Instagram. There comes your video, teaching. I was like, things are serious. So when I scrolled in also Instagram, a page, seeing Brian again. So I was like, hey, this guy teaches here.
Okay.
I was like, man, I should go for mentorship. So reaching out here, I was like, went there to the reception, talked to the madam. Madam told me, gave me all the details.
Okay.
So I was welcomed warmly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was happy. So I said, okay, let me go for the mentorship. Then she told me, mentorship is for 1 month. Then what kept into my mind, I was like, 1 month? Can I really make it in 1 month? Like, for sure. It kept me puzzled. I was like, man, I can't make it in 1 month.
Yeah.
At least these guys should teach for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Because
The mentality of school.
Yeah. This is the funny thing about YouTube. When you go to YouTube, people have different experiences. So Trading Geek said, it has taken me 12 years to become profitable. So I was like, man, 12 years. I was like, this is not a realistic check.
Okay.
It's not realistic.
Okay.
And I was like, so went back home. I never paid for the mentorship, right?
Okay.
So I went
So now it looked like a scam. How can it be 1 month? Okay.
Then sat down. I was like, man, should I go study 1 month? Will I get the concept? But I said, Davis, you're a clever guy. You'll get everything in 1 month. Wait, came back, paid for the mentorship.
Okay.
So first day in class, man, seeing the chats, things were weird. I reached an extent, I said, had it been that the robot worked, like, I wasn't going to struggle.
Definitely. You know, when you look at those people who go, me personally, I call them shortcuts in Forex trading. You know, the people who buy signals, account management, robots, and all that. When you look at those people who go for those options, they are scared of the market. You know, it looks very hard. Now, when you tell them you need to put in the work, it looks like they don't want to do the hard parts. They don't want to do that donkey work, yet they expect a very big return when it comes to the industry. Because remember, Forex trading is a business that is termed as quick money.
Yeah.
You get? Like, when you hear people who come into Forex trading, I normally ask a question always like, why are you here? And then everyone is like, financial freedom, financial freedom. So there is always hope when it comes to Forex trading. But the only problem is no one is willing to put in that donkey work. No one is willing to wake up in the morning. I think that is why most people are opting to, develop robots, account management, signals, because most of the people are not willing to do the work and then they expect returns. So were you also thinking that way? If there is an easy way, I would actually go for that.
Yeah, actually, I said, if there is an easy way, these charts are going to be hard for me.
Okay.
Seeing candlesticks, slow.
Yeah. It looks like rocket science.
Rocket science, the guy standing. I said, is this physics? Are we in physics here?
Yeah.
Someone tells you a bullish angle thing, this is a hammer. Man, I was like, I'm so confused with the terms because trading has a lot of definitions. A lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, will I manage? So the first day in class, for sure I never picked anything from the class.
Definitely.
I was like, I won't manage. So I know
you paid your $150.
I remember I paid the $150, but I had to discourage myself. I've been paying a mentorship fee.
Oh yeah.
So I went back home. I sat down. Thing puzzled me so much. So I was like, will I really make money from Forex?
Yeah.
Because I had it in mind. They invested in me. So I had to bring back that money.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that is not going to pressure you to bring back the money.
Yeah, but you have to show something.
You have to show something.
Definitely.
So I was like, will I make money? It's like, I have to make money. I have to make it. So came back.
Okay.
So the math moved on. So in the long run, I started picking serious interest.
Okay.
Picking serious interest. On TikTok, whenever you're scrolling, you see different traders, with different lifestyles. So I was like, man, these guys are making money. They're making money.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'll also make it. Okay, make it a first mark.
So now, cutting that journey short, you passed through mentorship and all that. So now, did things start making sense? Like, when you kept on attending the classes, because remember, the first class, discouraged, when you kept on attending the classes, it did start making sense and you're like, okay, now I think I'm on the right track.
Yeah, when I started attending the classes, I taking them serious. Because, adult learning is not like, so I was like, man, I should take things serious. So the mentor told us one thing, was like, man, you are here. Also financial freedom.
Okay.
And if you cannot put in the work, then you are in the wrong place.
Definitely.
So I was like, am I in the wrong place?
Yeah.
I was no, I'm not in the wrong place. I need to make money. So that thing kept me puzzled.
Yeah.
I was like, man, because I used to come in class, and then someone pops up a message on WhatsApp, and he's like, man, let me first chat, So the guy is teaching.
And then for you're enjoying jazz.
Yeah, because it's adult education. No one is going to care.
Definitely.
You have to put in the work by yourself. Because the guy is going to come in class, teach each and every concept, and he goes away.
Definitely.
So I was like, man, let me put in the work. Let me stay focused.
I think that is also just something I tell traders who join the industry. Like, we show you how we make money. But then it all goes back to individual efforts. If you do not put in the work as an individual, then at the end of the day, it is like passing somewhere and no one noticed you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True. So I continued the journey the month. So things started to click serious. I started to understand the chart serious.
Okay.
Started to understand the chart serious. So I was like, now things are clicking. Things are clicking. But I had that bias of depositing money on my account. I was like,
and then you lost everything.
Yeah.
But now that one we can even blame it to the robot. So now let me ask a good question here. Now you're done with mentorship. I'm so surprised, like, Most people tell traders, like beginner traders, do not trade gold because it is too volatile, you know, the high chances of you losing big money, which I think psychologically makes sense. But then when you think about it on the other side, we are here for the money, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I trade something that can give me quick money? Because when you look at all traders who run to gold, it is because gold gives quick money.
Yeah.
The day you place a trade with a 0.01 and you make $100 on gold, and then you place it on Euro US and you make $10, it will feel like you're wasting time.
Yeah, sure.
So what is that thing that pushed you to be like, let me specialize in gold?
So in gold, I really liked the pair because, you know, well, during the course of the mentorship, you always advise to use demo accounts. Yeah. So I used to trade a demo account. So I went to XNES, used a demo account of around $200. So I was like, let me test myself. I'm still learning, but according to the little knowledge I have, I think I can analyze the market. So here comes gold. I analyzed properly. So I used a very smaller lot, 0.02. Take profit, SL, placed. The market moved so fast to take profit. I was like, making 120.
Yo,
It's like
with a 0.02.
0.02.
Okay.
Because the market moved so at a very high speed. No retracement. So I was like, things are possible here. Things are possible.
So that's made you pick interest in
Yeah.
gold.
So it made me pick interest. So I was like, yeah, if I can trade gold and it can move that fast, that means I can make quick money here. So I was like, okay. So, you know, when you're trading, the start of the trading journey, you are exposed to many pairs. So I used to trade GBP USD. At entering a trade, you enter in the morning, in the London session, it fails to make even a quick move. Okay, a realistic move.
Like 50 pips, you don't see like.
But what am I trading here? So I was like, I think
Time to choose gold.
gold.
Yeah, you know, we normally tell traders like, you know, the moment you focus on something and you understand it very well, then there are high chances of benefiting from it. So now, just like Davis, we all join. The moment you focus on a pair, it means sometimes when you look at the people who focus on gold, it is because of the quick money. It's going to be other few people that focus on other pairs because of the behaviors. Because me personally, I look at the risk before anything else. You get? I don't trade gold only, I trade other instruments, but now gold is part of the pairs that I trade. So now when you look at the risk now, the return is guaranteed, big one. Didn't the risk scare you? Because if I can make $120, so that means my stop loss was around $30 or something like that. Did the risk scare you? Because the return is big, but also the risk is a little bit bigger. Did that scare you? How did you manage to be like, no matter the risk, this is my pair?
So, as I'm still telling, so when you're trading a demo account, mostly you will not put emotions on that account. You will not put the emotions. The emotions won't chip in.
Definitely.
You will just trade, no matter the lot size. You can even place a lot one.
Sometimes you don't even put
a stop loss. So the emotions are not attached. So I had never experienced losing money. I myself trading manually. So I was like, let me try to understand the idea of gold. Let me try to. So I was like, let me trade gold. So I had never experienced. So a second month, deposited around $200. So unlucky, I never got a beginner's luck. Yeah. If me, I never get a beginner's
the beginner's luck happened only on a demo.
I never got a beginner's luck. So the same thing I did on the demo account, I never attached emotions to it. It's the same thing I bought on my real account.
Wow.
So
that is crazy.
I was like, you know, when you see money, somewhere, and they tell you people are making money there, you really want to run and see if people are making money there. So I was like, So I was like, if my mentor told me 0.01 is a small lot and 0.1 is a bigger lot. Why don't I use 0.1?
Okay. So now you saw the big money. You thought now the lot size is going to bring in big cash.
Entered. So, the risk management wasn't good by then.
Yeah.
So I entered 0.1. 2 lots.
Wow.
Entered. 2 positions. Entered the market. I saw profit of $200.
Yo.
But my take profit was around 500.
Okay.
I never secured. I never secured. So I held the trade seriously. 200, 220, 230. Then kept the phone in the pocket.
Yeah.
Because the market was moving in my direction.
Yeah, we have to hit take profits.
I never knew where the pullback came in. So the pullback came in, but I never accepted to at least cut the losses short.
Oh, yeah.
No. I thought at least this pullback is going to chip in, but the market is going to come back in my direction. At least to my entry point. Close the market and accept that.
On break even.
Yeah.
You no longer even want the profits.
Yeah. Was a rich extent. So I was like, I think it will come back.
Okay.
I held the trade. 0.1 on gold. Some heavy lot, bro.
And you have 2 positions.
2 positions.
Okay.
So, unluckily, it blew. The account was blown.
Yo, $200 gone. So now when you look at how you did everything on demo, were you doing risk management on demo?
I never did risk management.
Oh, so you brought the same thing we are doing on a
Same
demo
thing on
account,
demo account.
and then you put it on a live
live
account.
account.
I think that is the reason why most people say they can make money on demo, but then they don't make money on a live account.
Yeah.
Because on a demo, you can even hold a loss for 3 days or 4 days.
Yeah, then it
but
comes back to
unfortunately, with a live account, the more they go against you, the more you lose.
Yeah.
So sometimes you realize you blow the account just because it couldn't hold the loss.
Yeah.
I think something I also tell traders, there are certain people who be in signal groups and then someone sends them a signal risking almost like 300 pips.
Yeah.
And now for you blow the account before they even reach the stop loss. And then later in the evening, someone is posting is making money. Yeah, so I think risk management is really something important, no matter what.
Okay.
So how did you feel, blowing that $200? Didn't you feel like gold is not the one for you?
After missing the 200, I was like, man, if I can make 200 a day, man, Davis, you're going to become super rich.
Oh, yeah, now you saw profit of $200, but then you just didn't close that trade.
I didn't close the trade because all I had in mind, if it reaches take profit, I'm making $1,000 in just one day from a $200 account. He was like, let me hold the trade. I had to take the loss. So I felt so hard. But keeping it in mind, if I saw the $200, just like I saw the 60,
Definitely.
that pushed me to the mentorship. And I was like, no,
I cannot give up.
What I did, went to the bank again, withdrew money.
So you're taking your life savings.
I'm taking my life savings to the market slowly by slowly. That's because I haven't understood. But I'm in the market. So
yeah, and I think now when you look at your journey, it relates to many people out there.
Yeah.
When people join the industry, their target is money. Never understanding the business. So when did it change? Now let me change from now the money concept, and then I first focus on understanding everything. Then later money comes back to me.
So how the things changed after losing, because even the 200 that I went for in the bank, I blew the same account the same day.
Now that is called revenge trading.
Yeah.
You wanted your money back.
I lost $400 in just one day. Actually, it's my biggest loss till date.
Okay.
So I was like, man, things are serious. 400 one day. I was like, man, I'm not serious.
So what did you do next after losing that money?
After losing 400, so I never talked to my mentor about that because You can't tell your mate.
You knew he was going to tell you have a problem.
You have a problem. Yeah, he's telling you, you're not serious. What's happening? I was like, no, I won't say anything. But let me go and ask him, what could I do if I'm in such a situation?
Yeah.
So I was like, I went to him. He was so kind too. So he told me you have to have a very good risk management and using a very small lot size, depending on the account size you have.
Definitely.
Because you find many traders, he has a $100 account, but even using 0.01 is so cheap to hit.
Definitely.
Reason being, he wants to use around 0.05.
Oh yeah, because trading is personality.
Yeah.
What looks big for you might be small for someone else.
Yeah.
And when it comes to risk management, we consider two things. Number one is your capital, and most importantly, your risk appetite. Yeah.
Sure. So some traders use 0.05 on a $100 account.
Yeah.
Imagine. Gold has very many pips. It's going to give you a stop loss of around $50.
$50.
So imagine you're risking
50%.
Man, that's not trading.
Yeah.
You're not serious. So I was like, let me go to him. So I was like, use a very small lot. Enter one position. Why do you have to enter very many positions?
Yeah.
And you're even not sure of the setup.
Definitely. You're new. You've not yet confirmed a high quality setup. Yeah.
Because the market can provide, markets are very dynamic. Today it may present a very bad setup, and then tomorrow it prevents it gives you a very high quality setup.
Yeah, for sure.
So you decide, am I going to enter one position, very many position? Because when something good comes in, you have to take it.
Yeah. You have to. That is something I actually tell traders. Like, there are times the market presents what we call A+ setups or what we call high quality setups. The reason why we call them high quality setups is simply because they carry a very low risk. And every time you find a setup that has a very low risk, that is when you eat big on it. I'm very sure, I don't know, we are going to talk about this. I'm very sure you've ever taken little money to big money. But when you look at the setup, it was worth everything. I've seen traders, for example, someone sends you a screenshot and he has made 300 pips. 300 pips with a 0.01, that is something like $30, right? Now, when you look at the quality of the setup, you'll be like, I wish he knew that this is the time he had to increase the lot size. Davis has really done incredible things, trust me, when it comes to understanding one pair. Is it about the money? Is it about quick profits, or it is all about focusing on one instrument and then you make money from it? So Davis, tell us, what is the biggest money you've made from gold in a single day?
So in a single day, I remember I had it was $157 on my account.
Okay.
So it was like as I said, when you see a very good quality setup in the market, take the opportunity home.
Definitely.
Take the opportunity home. So I flipped the it was $157, around $800 in one single trade.
In one single trade.
Yeah, because it was a very good quality setup.
Definitely.
So I had to flip the account.
You had to go all in.
Yeah. So totaling the account to because you have to take the risk.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because when you see such setups in the market and you don't take the risk, that means you are going to miss out. You're always limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself.
Yeah. I think when it comes to trading gold, if you're not comfortable to risk, you shouldn't mind trading gold.
Yeah. So, and one thing about gold is gold will always, because when you understand gold, at some bit of point, gold will not give you as much pips you want.
Okay.
Because gold will reach at a point whereby it's going to only provide 200 pips, 160 pips. So, you as a trader that understands gold, when you try to understand one pair, take the small home, then leave the rest.
Oh yeah, and a good thing about gold is even with a small move, it can be worth 100 pips, 150 pips. Yeah. So now tell us, are you scalping gold, you're day trading gold, or you do swing trading gold sometimes? What do you specifically do?
So I specifically, I day trade gold.
Okay.
But some bit of point, if I get a good quality setup, I can swing
You
it.
can swing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because when it comes to swinging means you're expecting more pips than a day trader.
Yeah.
A day trader can take a trade and in a day he makes 70 pips. But then when you swing that trade, you can end up making triple or even more what a day trader targets in a single day.
Yeah.
So now, is there any losses? Is there any day you've made a very big loss on gold and then you felt like, yo, is this my wife giving me these problems?
So the markets are funny. When you understand the market, when you understand your risk appetite, when all the risk management is good,
Yeah.
you know, when you take a loss,
Okay.
when you start understanding the market and taking everything serious, when you take a loss, you're a scarf.
Oh, yeah. I think it goes back to risk management. You only risk what you're comfortable to lose.
Yeah.
You know, I normally tell traders, like, a trader hates surprises. Surprises could be okay in profits, but when they're in this side of losses, it is going to affect you psychologically. Yeah. So tell me, I remember we had a discussion and you told me, like, you've been trading prop firms.
Yeah.
Any payouts?
So
are you really getting money from prop firms?
Yeah. So after, you know, trading the real account, getting some good money, yeah, because I reached a point whereby a day I can make around 500, 600, 200, 100. Because regardless of the profits that come a day, I take them personally. Even if I'm compounding $30 a day, I'll be comfortable with that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I reached a point whereby I said, why don't I go for these prop firms?
Okay.
So after, you know, I opt for funded next. I went for funded next, traded it, the 5K account.
Okay.
I went low, 5K.
Yeah.
So I could
The first try to see how everything is.
traded the first phase, we completed it very well. A second phase, I completed it very well. I went for the prop firms. So here I got a prop firm. So I had to trade you know, they give us tasks. You have to trade a task.
Yeah.
Like
Phases.
phase 1, you have a phase 1, phase 2.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me trade the first phase. I completed the first phase. So when you're reaching at the second phase, you know, there is some, I don't know how that experience, because the way you passed the first phase is not the same way you're going to pass the second phase.
Okay, I think psychology
Psychology chips in, because all in mind, you're going to make some big money.
Yeah, sometimes you might even get lucky and you pass phase 1 in 2 or 3 days and you're expecting the same thing with phase 2.
Yeah, so I tried phase 2. I first put the account in, I wrote down. So I was like, will I do it? So I was like, no, I can do it. So I traded again, completed the phase. After completing the phase. So the funny thing, after completing the phase, I breached that very day. When they gave me
You kept on trading.
Yeah, I kept on trading, because after the completion, you had to give me the account.
The live account.
Yeah, they sent me the login details. I had to log in my MT5. So I was like, man, let me start making the money now.
Okay.
Putting it in my real account. Then I'm funded now. I'm a funded trader.
Okay.
So I had to trade the prop firm. But I blew the account that same day, because I never knew. Because, you know, these prop firms have rules.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's why I respect a funded trader.
Yeah.
Because, you know, trading someone's rules is one of the hardest things.
Very. Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Because even if you see a high quality setup, you're not going to increase the load.
The lot size, yeah, because you
the
might go
1%,
against the daily drawdown.
Yeah, you might go against it.
Yeah.
And even the 1% rule.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I never knew this rule.
Oh dear.
How come that I've preached?
So now, I'll putting everything together, you know, you get a bad experience according to the first prop farm and all that. Did you keep on pushing and then you finally made money from the prop farm?
Yeah. Actually, I blew very many accounts, because I bought very many accounts.
Okay.
Because, you know, you're making money on your real account. So buying an account is such a,
yeah.
So I was like buying them, passing them, buying them, passing them, because with me, I really never found those difficulties with passing the phases.
Yeah.
Just because my psychology was good, I am a person, I don't overtrade.
Okay.
If a day I don't get a trade, I chill. Because some traders, that's the most hard thing. Because someone wants to be on chart from morning to evening.
So are you getting payouts currently?
Yeah, currently I'm getting paid. Yeah.
Wow.
Good payouts.
So it's very easy, you know, losing money is part of the business. That is what we say. But now giving up when you're losing, that means you'll never get back whatever you lost.
Yeah.
One prop firm, taking it to a live account and getting a payout would cover all the losses that you've experienced for the past 5 or even 6 months. So Davis bought almost like 20 challenges and blown the accounts. But now currently he's enjoying and is actually benefiting from the prop firms. But remember, what did he do? He focused on one pair. Understanding one pair, knowing the risk management about it, knowing the psychology of that currency pair. Because remember, when it comes to psychology, we emphasize 2 things. You don't only focus on the psychology of a trader, but you also focus on the psychology of the market. Psychology of the market is you understanding the person you're trading against. Because remember, we don't trade against robots. You're trading against a human being. So you understanding how he moves the pair he's moving, it is going to help you know when he's creating a trap zone, know when he's going to sweep liquidity, know when he's going to trap other people so that you don't be part of the traps. There are so many times you take trades and then market hits your stop loss and goes in your direction. The problem is not putting a stop loss. The problem is you're not realizing the behavior of how this guy does everything. You just have to find out, how does he manipulate? How does he trap traders? And then you make money. Remember, we are trading against guys who are very smart. These guys have been moving the market for the past 30 years. And now you've come only 2 or 3 months, you want to make money from them. The only way you're going to do that is understanding their behavior. Because the good thing, they leave footprints. They leave clues on everything they do. So once you understand how they do everything, it's very, very easy for you to make money. At the Booz podcast, as I emphasized, we discuss reality. You get, we bring traders who are going through exactly what you're going through. So you either relate to their life and you take the step and you keep on pushing, or you stay stagnant and keep on saying Forex is a scam or there is no money in Forex trading. People do things. The guy's been trading for 5 months. He's getting payouts, real money, payouts from the market. How many prop firms have you bought? How many challenges have you bought? You've been in the market for 3 years, but you've never got a payout. So it only takes acceptance. You accept that you have a problem, you look for help, and then you get helped. Because at the end of the day, we all have to win. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share these videos. It could reach someone who's really going through the same thing. And maybe this video could bring them back to chasing their dreams as Forex traders. Because remember, it is the only shortcut to financial freedom. Quick money comes in to those who accept to first do the donkey work, and then they come out on top. Subscribe to the channel, share the videos, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the notification button. See you on the next episode.